Greetings, land of Bitcoin. We've got Bitcoin taking the next step down here. For those of you that have been watching my videos, I've been pretty much calling this perfectly a series of triangles inside this channel here. Now, I don't want to get anyone into day trading, but I've been just about picture perfect. I'm kind of impressed with myself. Of course, now that I do say that, I'll probably be wrong about the next one, but I was going to make a video yesterday. I didn't get to it, and it was another little triangle here. So now I'm falling back on those horizontal levels of support I was talking about. I had been talking about if Bitcoin went under 33,000, it was a sign of serious trouble. It did that. It came back up and tried. This is the daily chart. So it did retest 33,000 a couple times on the daily. And since falling down, in the next level of support I was talking about was 31,600, 31,500 area. It actually did that to a T yesterday. This green daily candle here, 31,529. Pumped back up, came back up, tested 33,000, and immediately fell. And we're sitting right at 31,540 right now. So that's kind of that level of line of support. Let me switch over to Kraken here. Let's just put one here. This is a clear level of support. Let's just call it 31,570. We're right on it right now. We wicked below it, came back up. We've got 4 hours at the time I'm making this video. You see it here, 3 hours, 58 minutes for this candle to close. If it closes below 31,500, it's well, none of this is good news. This is a market that's bleeding money, and until that changes, it's going to continue this downwardly slope. There's no other information out there that can say that's not true. Just let's go check a volume. You want to keep an eye on volume. Volume's really important right now. So yeah, chunky red candle today. We had a green candle yesterday, but that failed shortly after the daily candle closed. So did put in a green bar on volume that was taller than the reds, and that's what it takes for Bitcoin to pump from here. It take a bunch of green bars that are bigger than these red bars, but you can clearly see the red down days are dominating the green up days. So until that changes, Bitcoin will continue to go down. 33,000 level, 31,500 level, 600, right in that ballpark. And then below that, the next one's going to be about 30,000, which is about here. And then below that, the previous low, 28,816. These are the levels. And then over here on the bull run, there's a wick, the last remaining bounce area now at about 27,900, give or take. And then let's just keep going down here. Something to look at. Right about 26,000 to 27,000. There's a little hiccup, maybe a little support there. There's a Fibonacci level there. It may bounce there. Stop there for a short time. Here's a real strong support area. About 23 to 24,000 area right through here. And then here's the bottom. This is what I've been looking at for a long time right here. This first reaccumulation, the bull run back in late 2020, about 19,000, 20,000 to say like 16,600. So I like these horizontal lines. You want to keep an eye on that. But it's almost working perfectly to a T right now. Back over out here on Femex on the hourly chart. First time it came down, bounced off this support at 31,600. We shot right back up and tested the bottom of that triangle and was rejected at 33,000. So now that 33,000 is an obvious resistance. It was support, now it's resistance. So you might hear a lot of stuff out there about how Bitcoin is going to pump up to 35 and break resistance and make it support. And it's actually going the other way. It's been going the other way for a long time. And until a bunch of super big buying volume comes in, it's just going to continue to be true. Full transparency, I'm not saying anyone should do this, but I have a short order in at 32,333. I believe this is going to come back up and probably test the bottom of this triangle. I had a short order in at 33,000 area, thinking it might come back up and retest there, but it's fallen down since then. And I think it's just real weak right now. It's unlikely for Bitcoin to pump back up to 33,000. It could. It's not impossible, but I'm looking for it to bounce off the bottom of this next little triangle I have here. Like I say, it's not the best triangle in the world. So could it be that we're just getting rejected right here at 31,600 area, and it's going to fall down to 30,000? Look for a bounce off, say 30,000, if that were to happen. But I have a short order in here at 32,333. I'm expecting it possibly to come and get rejected here at the bottom of this next little triangle resistance, and then fall back down. But this is clearly going down. I do have to say that since like the last 17, 18 days, we've actually been in the top half of this channel, which is interesting. See how it keeps bouncing off the middle line, that dashed line. So that's kind of interesting. That does appear to be a valid support. So, well, my Femex site keeps glitching in and out, and so it keeps cutting me off what I'm trying to say. I have to keep going back and saying the same thing. It's like 10 times now. So I'm going to finish up on Kraken here. Horizontal lines of support, I'm watching 30,000, like I already said this once. 31,600, and then keep an eye on the 33,000 area. It could come pump up there real quick and bounce off 33,000 and come back down. It appears right now that it's if it pumps, it's probably going to bounce around 32,300, 400, and then probably fall back down to 31,600. It might come down and test 30,000 for the first time since late June. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down and bounces off 30,000 and goes back up to like 31,600. So let me get my little free line in here and draw a little something. Now, this is no guarantee for sure, but this line attracts the data points, so it's kind of stupid. But so I have to get away from here. I'm just going to go to the right here, but just ignore that. I got to get away from the data points to draw a line. So come up maybe 32,300, and then I'm looking for it to come down here and maybe bounce off 30,000. Then come back up 31,600, maybe back down to 30,000. If it comes down here below 30,000, ignore. I'm way too far to the right, but my free line gets attracted to the data points, so I have to draw out here to the right. Ignore how far it is to the right. I'm talking about the next 24, 48 hours. See, if you look down, it's almost to August. That's not. Don't look at that, please. If it goes under 30,000, it's just going to be bad news. And it looks like it's on the verge of coming down and taking the next step down and bouncing off 30,000 for support, and then going back up to 31,600, maybe 32,300. Maybe it tries 33,000 again, and I'm expecting another rejection. So maybe it stays around 31,600 for a while, but I'm expecting that 30,000 to be tested. And if that fails, watch out for a new low. And if that happens, I'm pretty sure it's just it's probably going to meander down to 20,000 in some fashion. But I am a Bitcoin bull. For Bitcoin to pull out of this spin, this nosedive it's in, there just has to be sensational news that would push super excited buyers into this market, and that news is just not out there. I mean, take news like central banks investing in Bitcoin, right? Or a bunch of sovereign countries have decided to make it their reserve money, right? And I just don't think that's going to happen right now. I just don't think anyone's too excited. So how will that change? That will change if Bitcoin comes down here to 20,000 and maybe it comes down to 10,000, then investors will be super excited, right? And then we can definitely see an accumulation with an excited pump again. But it's just the market sentiment. Full transparency, I sold all my Bitcoin at like 34, 35,000, and I'm looking to get back in down here somewhere. So I would imagine there's not a ton of, you know, hardcore big time investors that they're going to stick their money in right now, when they know if this trend just keeps going, they can get twice as much Bitcoin likely in a month for their money. So if Bitcoin pumps, you'll know it. You will see massive green bars in the volume, massive green bars on the chart. But that's what it's going to take, and it's just not there. In conclusion, 31,600, right where we're at right now, is a support. That's one of the last lines of support. Next one's 30,000. Next one's 28,800. Maybe 27,900 ballpark. Under there, there's really nothing to stop it from this Wyckoff cycle up here on the right to fully play out. The entire Wyckoff market cycle appears to be a favorite, in my opinion, to completely play out. Where the bottom is, no one knows, but wherever this thing bottoms out, I can't speculate into the future like that, but once we get there, it's probably going to be a wonderful time to invest in Bitcoin. So there's something to look forward to. Just the support lines in play now. 33,000 is resistance. 31,600 is a support. There might be a little resistance, 32,300, 400. And then the next support's 30,000. Next support's 28,800. Next support's 27,900. That's probably a really weak support, though. And from there, there's just not a whole lot stopping it. 23 to 20. And perhaps 10 or 9,000. But just keep an eye on it. As always, I hope you enjoyed this show. And thanks for watching.